Thank you for joining us. I'm Katie Lang. First tonight, a community is coming together to learn what they can about two sex offenders being released in southern Minnesota. Rochester police say Robert French and Larry Black are being located to Rochester on Friday. Documents show Black had sexual contact with females between the ages of 9 and 11 in 2006, and French had sexual contact with females between the ages of 6 and 11 in 1997. Police say both were minors at the time and both were known to their victims. The two will be located to the 2100 block of Campus Drive Southeast. But first, the surrounding community is getting the chance to learn about the offenders. They will soon call neighbors. KIMT News 3's Brooke McKibbergen was at the community notification meeting tonight, and she joins us live now in Rochester. Brooke?
Well, Katie, city leaders like the police chief and the county attorney spent their evenings alongside the Minnesota Sex Offender Program, educating our community on French and Black.
What's going to be their access to places like Boreal Park?
A valid question asked by a Rochester mother after learning two sex offenders will soon be moving into her community.
Basically concerned about how they might come into contact with my family, in particular my children, and then also the community as a whole.
Nancy Johnston is the executive director of the Minnesota Sex Offender Program. She says while the concerns of the community are understandable, there's a plan in place to address them. And the first way to calm those concerns is through education.
Our ignorance drives fear.
The men will have to wear GPS bands which track their location 24/7. They cannot have any unsupervised contact with minors or unapproved use of the internet. They must also continue to receive treatment in the community.
I think it's important that the public understand the program that they come from and the supervision that we're going to provide once they're in the community.
Another concern of many in the audience, what if the two men reoffend?
These two individuals have been leveled. Their risk level is a 1 and a 2, which is 3 is highest risk to reoffend, and 1 is, lesser risk.
As for Komatsu, she says after having all of her questions answered, she's leaving feeling a little more comfortable.
This looks like they've been through an extensive amount of treatment and a program that's going to be very watchful. So that does have me feeling better.
These are the first two people to be released from the MSOP program here into Rochester, but County Attorney Ostrom assured the community that tonight at the meeting was the first time and hopefully the last time that we would ever hear of their names. Reporting live in Rochester, Brooke McKibbergen, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Brooke. There are only 19 sex offenders who have been provisionally released from this program living in Minnesota today. And so far, there have been no calls to law enforcement regarding any of the individuals once they are released. Well, a cool